Today, we're diving into Sky Ocean Wings for Hire. This game promises a high-flying adventure and nostalgia-fueled JRPG charm. This title puts you in the shoes of Glenn Windwalker, a young pilot turned sky pirate, leading a rebellion against a tyrannical regime in a world of floating islands and airships. On the surface, Sky Ocean presents itself as a love letter to classic JRPGs, complete with airship battles, a rich narrative, and charming characters. But is this a game worth your time? Well, let's find out. At its core, Sky Ocean's Wings for Hire tells a heartfelt and engaging story about friendship, loss, and self-discovery. Glenn's journey from a young pilot to a leader of a sky pirate rebellion is filled with emotional heights and lows. Driven by personal loss and a desire to fight back against the oppressive regime, the game's narrative leans heavily on classic JRPG tropes, but it does so with enough heart to keep you invested. The characters are well written and their relationships evolve naturally as the story progresses. However, the story does a lot of heavy lifting. It feels somewhat familiar, and the lack of full voice acting in key scenes means that some of the more emotional moments don't hit as hard as they could. In a game where story and character developments are central, it's a shame that the game doesn't fully capitalize on the power of the boys' performance to elevate those moments. And in terms of gameplay, Sky Oceans is a mix of turn-based combat and airship exploration. Its combat system brings classic JRPG mechanics with a modern twist and allows you to customize your airships and crew for tactical aerial battles. The variety of attacks and special abilities adds some strategic depth to the fights, and the customization options for your airship are generally enjoyable. Being able to fine-tune your ship's weapons, armor, and the look is a rewarding experience, especially when you feel like you've truly optimized it for battle. That said, the combat can quickly become repetitive. The same strategies and attack patterns work for most enemies, which makes the excitement wear off as the game progresses, and you'll often find yourself grinding through battles that feel too similar to the other. And outside the combat, exploration is fun at first. Soaring through the skies in your customized airship feels great, but the limited scope of the open world design means that you'll run into familiar territories sooner than expected. And the game's pacing doesn't help, as the adventure sometimes drags with lengthy travel segments that can feel like filler. And when it comes to its visuals, at its best, the game captures a whimsical, almost magical atmosphere with lush, vibrant skies and floating islands. The visual design, especially in the cutscenes, is often breathtaking, invoking a sense of nostalgia. The environments are imaginative, and the hand-drawn aesthetics bring a certain warmth to the world. Unfortunately, the game's visuals don't always match the ambition of the cutscenes. The 3D models and the textures feel dated, and there are moments of stiff animations or low-poly designs, which pull you out of the experience. However, on the audio side, the soundtracks do a good job of setting the mood during exploration. The music evokes a sense of wonder and adventure, especially when soaring through the skies. However, the battle music feels lackluster and lacks the intensity needed to match the excitement of airship combat. The audio is serviceable, but forgettable. And like I said before, the lack of voice acting during the game's more important narrative moments is the biggest letdown. While the game's writing is solid, these emotional scenes could have benefited tremendously from voice performances. And while this game runs smooth on the Xbox Series X and on the PS5, unfortunately on the Nintendo Switch, this game leaves a lot to be desired. As while playing it on the Nintendo Switch, it struggled with frame rate drops and noticeable stutterings, especially during busier scenes and combat sequences. In my opinion, Sky Ocean's Wings for Hire is a game with a lot of heart potential. Its story is emotional and nostalgic, its world is full of imagination, and its airship mechanics offer a unique twist on classic JRPG combat. However, the game's repetitive combat, visual inconsistencies, and the lack of voice acting hold it back from reaching its full potential. For me, this game is a 6.5 out of 10, and if you're a die-hard JRPG fan, it's a game worth checking out, but just don't play it on the Nintendo Switch. If you've played it, did you like it, would you recommend it? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching till the end, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.